Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Kimberly and I am so excited for you to be here today. We are asking, a pretty, tough question. Will they reach out? What are their next actions? The reason I say that is you might not hear what you want, so just be prepared for truthful, honest, 100% answers from spirit that is being channeled. Again, you should also know pretty fast whether or not the messages resonate with you. If they don't seem to resonate within the first few minutes, then it's not your reading. Feel free to pick another pile, or this might not be the reading for you in general. Because again, the messages should resonate. You should feel that that it's relatable in some way for what you are going through with this current person on your mind. And keep in mind, this could be any type of connection. You could be in a separation, a breakup, for the most part, but some of you might, wonder, if this is a conflict or a challenge. That short term, what their next action is. It really does depend on your sort of connection, but for the most part, you might already be in a separation of some kind. So we'll see. The point is, just be ready to receive the messages that are coming today, guys, okay? So let's get into the pile selection. Now, keep in mind all the tarot decks that are being used and the oracle are in the description box below. And the timestamp. So feel free to jump to the timestamp. Also, I pinned it to the comments box as well. But for those of you that want to stick around with me to go through the pile selection, let's get into it. So for pile number 1, we have this piece of Larimar. And we are using the Enchanted Forhaxa tarot deck today for pile 1. So the Enchanted Forhaxa, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, and the Larimar stone, pile 1. For pile 2, we have this little bit of a red piece of calcite. And for your reading today, pile 2, we will be using the Cozy Witch tarot deck. So again, the Cozy Witch tarot deck with the red piece of calcite for pile 2. For pile 3, we have this piece of obsidian. And we will be using the Every Little Thing You Do is Magic tarot deck for pile 3. All right, guys, feel free to pause. If you need to take a moment, I would really suggest tuning into the energy of what pile, what crystal, what tarot deck really you feel connected to. And I will meet you at your reading. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome to your reading, pile 1. So if you chose the Larimar stone, and or if you chose the Enchanted Forhaxa tarot deck, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, then this is your reading. And we are asking out, will they reach out? The person that is currently on your mind, what are their next actions? Do they plan to move forward in this connection? Regardless of whatever connection this is, and keep in mind it is a timeless reading. So, for example, if you are in separation, are they planning on communicating, coming forward in some way? If you already are in a connection, a relationship with this person, Are they planning, or are their next actions leading them to take it to a more serious step? You know, I want to keep it open. Regardless, though, we are focusing in on the energy, pile 1, of what their next actions are. Are they going to reach out? Regardless if you are in separation or not, I guess is my point. So, as I hear the church bells and the birds, thank you, Spirit, for being here today for pile 1's reading. We're asking the person on pile 1's mind, will this person reach out? Will this person reach out? We're going to get 4 cards. It's a pretty big cards, so let's see. Will they reach out, Spirit, person on pile 1's mind? Reach out. So we have the Queen of Air coming up in reverse. Now, this is the Queen of Swords coming up in reverse. Looks like a bumblebee. Wow. I love bumblebees. And it's coming up in reverse. I'm getting the energy that you might be blocked to them. This could be your energy. You might not be communicating. You might be upset with them, and they may view you as being upset with them in some fashion. Will they reach out, Spirit? Will pile 1's person reach out? The Hierophant. Wow. Card number 5. Now, this is our first major arcana. This is Taurus energy. I did see, tree, but in my mind, as I was meditating, it was fully grown, the tree that I saw. Right now, we're looking at roots. So, I'm getting the sense that they might want to see this connection grow, especially with it being the Hierophant. Again, Taurus energy, this is Earth energy. Okay, Spirit, will they reach out? 5 of Fire. There was definitely some conflict. This is the 5 of Wands. A little bit of Leo energy. There was definitely some challenge. This person might have been defensive at one point or putting blocks up. Spirit, will they reach out? 3 of Fire. This is the 3 of Wands. They want to. There is some passion. I'm getting fire energy with the last 2 cards, obviously. This represents 3 of Fire. Aries. It's also a little bit of Leo just because the sun is in Aries in this card. Wow, look at the power. Even just with the horns, I'm getting a little bit of Taurus energy, but that's just because of the image. Okay, there is yearning. I do sense that they are wanting to make changes. They want to go about this in a different way, almost like they're revisiting how they did things and they want to do things differently with the Hierophant coming up. They want to see this growing into, it's almost like they want to rebuild this foundation, okay? Why is the Queen of Air here, Spirit? Are they going to reach out? Queen of Earth, wow. This is the Queen of Pentacles coming up. 2 queens. This could be, how they view you, that you are just focusing on your own professional life, your personal life. You are full of abundance. You're blossoming. They may have seen a glow up. I'm getting the energy also of someone just being fruitful. Look at the bunnies, the energy of fertility, the abundance. And we do see vines. Her dress, even her wings feels like fairy energy, but then the vines looks like leaves from a tree. that this queen is encompassing. Now I'm getting the energy that they view you as someone that is not coming from an emotional place. I'm not seeing any emotional cards right now, and we only got one major arcana, and I think that's signifying this person wanting to grow and change. Why is there Hierophant here? Ooh, that was too many. Will they reach out, Spirit? What are their next actions? Two of Earth. This is the Two of Pentacles coming up in reverse. But I've never seen it depicted with more than two, you know, one hand has one coin, the other hand has another. That's like the classic image. But this person, almost like an octopus, 3 arms, or a spider, giving the energy of this person climbing up, again, another tree. But it is in reverse. And I feel like this person might be balancing a lot in their own energy. It could have to do with things in their professional life. They are also, I feel like, balancing things in their personal life just because of this butterfly. Again, I'm seeing this person go through a lot of growth. 5 of Fire, which is the 5 of Wands. Will they reach out? What are their next actions, Spirit? The Lovers. Ooh. This kind of almost looks like the Queen of Earth. So the Lover's energy, guys. This is card number 6. This is Gemini. We see 3 people in this card, not the typical 2. I also see a rose that hasn't opened. 2 roses or tulips. Could be a tulip. Another fairy. There's a lot of fairies in this deck. And look at within her gown, there's eyes. It's like the evil eye. There may have been some interference. This person may have been dealing with an outside interference. Again, it could be professional. We could get more clarifiers on this Two of Earth with the Lover's energy coming up. But almost a decision. It could, now this might not be for everyone, but it could be a decision between 2 people. We do have 2 queens here. But the Lovers does also, you know, exemplify, you know, very beautiful energy. It could be someone that is mirroring your energy. This could be a divine counterpart, a twin. You know, that usually is that type of energy, but we'll see. You know, right now I'm getting that this person is conflicted. You know, it is being, you know, it's coming right under the 5 of Fire. So keep that in mind, okay, when you see the Lovers. So let's get the 3 of Fire. Why is the 3 of Fire here? What are they planning? What are they planning? What are their next actions? Will they reach out to pile 1? Spirit. Justice in reverse. So, you know, I'm getting a little bit of stuck energy, guys. I do believe they want to reach out. They might want to bring in justice in this connection. There may have been some sort of disconnect. Your energy might be blocked to them. It could be mutual. I do believe they are wanting the things to change. They are wanting growth in this connection. And I do believe that, you know, that's what they're thinking about heavily. Now, as far as what their next actions are, we're definitely going to have to get into some of the Oracle and potentially get into 2 of Cups in reverse coming in at the bottom of the deck. And notice how this is the same. Is it the same person? It might not be. Either way, it's almost a reflection underwater. But they're holding hands underwater. A lot of purple. It's coming up in reverse at the bottom of the deck energy. 9 of Earth in reverse. This person and you might have gone through some sort of disconnect. I'm getting the energy that you're not communicating. Although this person is really yearning for that. Let's get a little bit of clarifiers before we get into the oracle. So, why are there 2 queens here? You know what? I'm noticing that I didn't set up my audio. I've been a little absent-minded with audio. This is the second time I've realized that. But I'm going to keep going with it. I hope the audio isn't bad. We might get some more background from the window is open. But really, I'm hearing a lot of birds. And it's pretty quiet, lazy morning. I'm getting the energy of, so hopefully that won't interfere with the audio too much. I do have the audio next to me, but we're going to just keep it off just so it doesn't change the, I don't want it to affect the reading. Okay, so that being said, let's get into why are there 2 queens? Is this your energy? Is this 2 people, Spirit? What will they reach out? What are their next actions? Tell one's person. Will they reach out, Spirit? And now we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. So right away, I'm getting the energy that this person might be looking at stuff behind the scenes when it comes to you. You might be blocked. Okay, I'm getting a really strong message that you might be blocked on the surface. You might be in the 3D, not communicating with this person. You may even have literally unfollowed them, but that might not be for everyone. Some of you might not even be in social media, so this could just be your energetic ties that you might have cut the cord, so to speak. So they're getting that. But here's the thing. I feel like this Knight of Air energy is, in some way, they are trying to access more information from you. They are snooping on the internet. They could be Googling your name, for example, if you're not on social media. But I do feel like they are trying to find info, and what they're coming across is you glowing up. You are happy in your life. I do feel like this is your energy. This could be why they are in stuck energy and they might be hesitating. The moon in reverse coming up as well. Now the moon is card number 18. Let's look at it upright. I don't want to confuse us. It's very ambiguous, the imagery. Hopefully the lighting won't affect it, how you're viewing it. Oh, wow, another reflection. I just noticed that. What is seemingly water. And it's very different than the reflection that's looking in. The hair color is different. Even the outfit. So it could be represent 2 different people. Or it could be the inner self. Listening to your intuition type of idea. It is the moon energy. And the moon is Pisces energy. But it could also be considered Cancer just because the moon is in Cancer. So it's coming up in reverse. So I do feel like this person is, doing this behind the scenes. They might be doing this when they're in deep reflection. I'm getting the energy too that they are feeling a little worried, a little concerned about you. They're seeing you really happy. I'm getting the energy that you are good. You're good. You're fine alone. You're good without them, and they are seeing that. And it's authentic. It's not, they don't think you're faking it. They really do see you moving forward in your life, and what they're looking at is very beautiful. The Queen of Earth energy is, not the typical Queen of Wands, not even the Queen of Cups, but don't underestimate the Queen of Pentacles. She's very sensual in her own way. She gives very abundance. She has the air of confidence. Her aura is very confident. She's definitely in her divine. She takes action when necessary. And they see you not taking action. So they know that you are in your own power right now. Okay, so we have the 2 of Earth. And as a reminder, Earth energy is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But 2 of Earth in particular, which is the 2 of Pentacles, is more Capricorn energy. Okay, and then we have the Hierophant, which is one of our major arcanas, card number 5. Why is that here, Spirit? Pile 1, what is their next? I felt a lot of growth, a balance, wanting to balance multiple things, wanting to do things differently, wanting to relay a foundation, almost like pavement, you know, like repaving the road to make it very smooth and even. But let's see, what else could we gain the Hierophant? 7 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, letting go of the blocks, the roadblocks, letting go of the dark. Oh my God, what imagery. It's kind of scary, but look at how it looks like roots. And this person is growing. It almost feels like this person is on top of a really scary looking hill or mountain. It could be roots like a tree. Wow. So I forgot if it was in reverse or upright, but either way, I feel like this is the energy of this person wanting to release some of their blocks, if they did have blocks in the past. Let's see what else. Why is the Hierophant here, Spirit? Why is the 2 of Earth here? I don't want to forget. 2 of Earth is here. What else could you tell us? 5 of Earth, 5 of Pentacles. Being left out in the cold. Worried that this might not be given a second chance, a third chance. You know, regardless of how many cycles you may have been with this person or not. You know, it could be a new person that just never really got started, never really nothing kicked off. But yeah, I'm getting the energy that they want to release some of their negative thoughts too when it comes to this connection. They could have a lot of toxic ways that has stayed with them, like almost like residual side effects from past connections. They may have been in a very toxic past experience. For some of you, it could be this experience that they are not wanting to repeat. But I do feel like one of the interesting things that is coming out, again, this person is looking in what looks like a reflection, but the reflection is not there. Red wolves coming up in the background with sun imagery. This could be Taurus energy, 5 of Pentacles. The idea of, I almost feel like this person wants to walk away and release old things. I feel like they're gaining strength, to be honest, with this energy. And they are like facing their shadows when it comes to this connection, or even just romantic connections in general. Okay, Pile 1, I feel like, will they reach out? Not yet. I feel like they are still reflecting on something. There is stuck energy, I will be honest. 5 of Fire, the Lovers. Will they reach out? What are their next actions? 6 of Pentacles. They want to balance things out first. This could also be balanced from within. I see a black bird. Could be a crow. It could be a raven. Sounds, you could hear the sound it's making just because it sounds like it's cawing. You see a lot of birds in flight and very beautiful imagery. Almost, again, balance. You see a very stark, dark imagery on this side, and then on the other side it's very fruitful, abundant, colorful, freedom. So the idea that this person, I feel like, is having some inner struggles. What are they trying to balance? What is this balance? Why is the 2 of Pentacles? Why is the 6 of Pentacles? Are they balancing, Spirit? Does it have to do with 2 of Cups? Oh my God, 2 of Cups. This is now coming upright. So I'm getting the energy that they want to balance their emotions. This is Cancer energy. They are getting a lot of intuitive hits about you. I do feel like they're dreaming about you. You are reflected in their daily life. I think they're reminded of you in a lot of different areas. Every time they look at something, they're reminded of you. I'm getting a lot of imagery of reflection. And this is what they're trying to balance. I feel like they're trying to balance. I do feel like they have strong emotions for you. The Lovers with the Two of Cups coming up. They want to balance the energy. Whatever was off, whatever balance was energy was mismatched. It could be communication, how they were communicating with you, or vice versa. They may not have been giving you or meeting you halfway. I do believe they want to change this. The energy I'm getting is that they want equal balance. Okay? So what do they want? They want that. Will they reach out? Not yet. Okay? We are getting the Three of Wands, Three of Fire coming out. That not necessarily fast action. It is Aries. You know, I'm not getting too many action cards. We might see differently in the oracles of when they're planning on coming forward. We do have a couple of, because I do believe they want to. I do believe they want to. And again, it could be soon. It could be later. We're going to get into some details. But I do feel currently, it does still feel a little like they're still reflecting on things. They could be getting out of it though. I'm getting the energy of that too. So, you know, like that energy of being kind of just still not doing anything about, not taking any type of action. They might be getting out of that type of energy too. Okay, let's see. Three of Fire with the Justice card. Will they reach out? What are their next actions? Page of Air, Page of Swords. The same energy I'm getting earlier, that they are doing a lot of behind the scenes activity. You know, they're being Inspector Deck, you know, which is a rapper, old school rapper. Inspector Gadget, the cartoon. They're being that detective, okay? They're being Columbo. They really want to know when the right time is. Another black bird is coming up. I see a moon, a full moon. That could, you know, time sensitive. We're not going to get the full moon again for another couple of weeks. I think the new moon is upon us. So full moon could mean something for some of you. Even the new moon, just because it's in reverse, and the opposite of a full moon, I would assume, is a new moon. All right, so, wow. Let's get one more. So I don't think they're coming forward. Three of Swords. Yeah, this is healing energy. This is Three of Swords coming up in reverse. Wow, what an interesting deck. Again, this is the Enchanted Forhaxa. It's very mystical. Almost feels like bunnies. Is it bunnies? That's... another fairy. Some person bleeding on the ground reaching out to this, you know, and whether it's what that symbolizes. It could be a symbolism of them really trying to reach out to their own spirit team. I'm getting the feeling that they are going through some sort of healing. The Fool, wow, as our last card in our tarot portion, which is the start of the Fool's journey. It's card number 0. So I do feel like they are ending some sort of cycle. It could have been with you. It could have been past energy that they're healing from. But I do feel like they are now yearning to connect with you. They might be a little concerned about whether or not you're going to accept them. I do feel like there are some abandonment wounds this person is trying to heal. With the Fool energy, though, and with more bumblebees. Oh my goodness. I just used the bee tarot deck in my last reading. Ace of Wands. Yeah, I do feel like they're getting toward the energy where they are going to feel good again about making a move, coming forward. Let's get some angel answers. We've been at it for a while, but I wanted to do this reading justice. You know, we haven't done this type of reading in a while, and I want to make sure that we get all the information that we need from today's reading for you, pile one, okay? So we're going to be using the angel answers, which Spirit could give us some specific details or just give us some advice too. So Spirit, actually, let's go ahead and split the deck since I haven't used it in a while. Will they reach out, the person on pile one's mind, Spirit? Again, thank you for being here today. Will they read for pile one? Will they reach out to pile one? What are their next actions? What could you tell us? Will they reach out to pile one? Let's get one more. Wow. Opportunity. Almost feels like Six of Pentacles when things are balanced, because look at how these coins are falling straight up. Also getting the imagery of being connected with Spirit, understanding the opportunities that come forth and being open to those opportunities. I feel like that's what this person is. You know, I feel like they're going to have a switch in energy. They might be looking for a sign. They are trying to remain positive. They might be seeking support from others. It could be, like I said before, their spiritual team. It could be like their parents. It could be a couple that they admire or feel inspired by. You know, like that's the relationship they want. So let me ask advice from them about pile one. So I feel like this person is really trying to get into a better mind space, because they do see you as an opportunity, pile one. And we do, you know, I can't deny the Two of Cups came out twice. Once in reverse, which implies that you guys might be at a disconnect right now. And now it's coming up upright. And I feel like that's the justice that they want to bring into the relationship. Now, I was only going to do actually, we're going to do Moonology. Moonology is the original Moonology deck that I got a long time ago. Sometimes could offer like moon phases. It could give us some clues of timing. Also action steps. I feel like Spirit might give us some details of next actions, or whether or not they're going to reach out in a timely fashion, or if it's this going to be later down the line. Let's also cut the deck for you, pile one. Okay, Spirit, let's get a couple of Moonology. Will the person on pile one's mind, will they reach out to pile one? What are their next actions? What can we expect from this person, Spirit? Will they reach out to pile one? What are their next actions? Okay. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Another full moon is coming up, and this is eclipse. The end of a cycle, it's giving like card number 21, the world energy. Like something is reaching a completion. This could be this person's healing. I'm getting the energy of a few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks for some of you. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Now, the interesting thing about this energy is, you know, as this person is healing things from their past, and this could be mutual, like the past that you and this person shared together, you know, I think that's what this person is trying to release. And that could also be a message for you too, if you are holding on to any kind of toxic past energy with this person, especially, you know, especially if you think this person is worthy for you. But that is what this person is going through. They know that they are close. I do feel like they are really trying to release whatever toxic issues they've had in the past. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon again in Cancer, the crab. I feel like they're dealing with stuff. It could be a little bit of you, but I also feel like, professional, their family. I as far as you, I feel like their emotions, getting a big, strong sense of emotions, that they're trying to balance that. But it's coming to a resolution, conclusions, resolution, getting the same energy that with the Fool coming out, that they're ready to take the Fool's journey again. But it might take a little bit of time before they leap. Take time to breathe out. Yeah, disseminating moon. They're taking their time. They really want to come forward to you when they are healed and ready to go. I'm getting the energy of a couple of weeks to maybe a month. It could be 2 to 3 months. It could be 2 to 3 weeks is the energy I'm getting. Okay. Now, I was only going to use this if I knew I had a for sure yes, but I think because for you, it's a yes. It's just not a yes right at this moment. Because again, currently they are, it might not even be stuck energy. They might just be taking their time. A lot of pentacles came out too. Pretty slow moving. So, all right, so good. This was Time Oracle. Could you give us any detail? I don't want to get too many because I don't want to confuse anyone. This could, we'll see. I really do trust Spirit does the best with sending the right messages and the right cards that need to be channeled today. So Spirit, using the Time Oracle, is there any specific time frame where this person might reach out? Any next actions, any movement? What time could we expect? Spring. Now, I will be honest, we are headed toward the end of spring. I believe we're at the last part of it, but even in my city, which I live in a major city, they officially declared summer 2 days ago, and it's cold outside. So spring could still resonate with some of you, time sensitive. This could also represent a year from now, time sensitive. But again, whenever you come across this reading, you might be in spring. It really depends. Spring could also be spring into action. This could be the Fool energy. So let's get one more. This person is waiting for something to grow within them. Faster than you think. Oh gosh, I've never received this. Look at this colors. Like, remember the energy of, I wanted to say it was the Six of Pentacles, with one side it was very colorful and the other side it was very dark, and I forget where we had the Six of Pentacles, guys, but oh, here it is. Like, I feel like faster than you think. Like, once this person gets into the balance, the energy of feeling lighthearted, getting into a better, vibration, frequency, that's when they're going to come through. And it might be faster than we realize. On a holiday, this could feel like summer. Today, geez. Oh, today. What an image on this card. So, in other words, I think Spirit is saying this could happen at any time. Because this person does want to come in. It could be today. It could be faster than you think. Holiday could mean, that could represent a season, like summer. It could also represent a holiday vacation time in general. I'm seeing a pool. I'm seeing palm trees. I'm seeing body of water in general. Maybe even when you are relaxed and feeling at peace, that could represent, or when this person is relaxed and at peace. All right, so as we're nearing the end of your reading, pile 1. Wow. This person is ready, or getting there. They're getting ready. They really value you. They do feel like your heart is closed to them. That could be part of why they are hesitating, whether that's true or not. And again, it's always going to be your choice, pal one. Don't feel like you have to accept this person or, that's always your choice. All right, the Angel Guide Oracle Spirit. What advice? Let's get some advice for pal one. What should they do? What messages do they need to take with them? Oh, wow. This is too many, but I am going to take this first one. Strength and guidance. Gather your own strength. Getting Leo energy, just with strength coming up. Take a step back. Maybe pull back your energy a little bit. Don't focus too much on, when they're coming back. If they're going to reach out. Don't wait around. Pull back your energy. Focus on what's going on in front of you. Gain that strength. Your guidance could come in many different ways too. Your intuition. That could be you journaling, meditating. Feels like your third eye is opening as well. Just when you see that little light coming up in the middle of this angel's forehead. Almost like they're carrying a bowl, but it's not formalized. So that you are manifesting. I feel like Spirit is showing me that you are gaining strength so that you could start attracting like good energy towards you. Blessings and abundance. Wow. That's what I'm getting. Spirit is saying focus on that. Focus on your energy. Focus on your your frequency. Getting into the energy of love, compassion, in general. Invite love in. You're going to see it in many different forms. And I feel like and you might already be in this energy, pal one, which I wouldn't be surprised because I feel like this person is viewing you to be abundant as if you are someone with a lot of blessings. That probably is true. And Spirit is saying that's what you are cultivating right now. That's what you're manifesting. So focus on that. Take a step back from this energy, this person, because the fact is they are going to come around. They are going to take the fool's journey. But notice that this fairy is not in flight yet. But bumblebees represent abundance. The sweeter part of life. With honey. And we're at the base of the honeycomb. There's a bird. It looks like we're in a tree. Oh my goodness. Tree. That was the huge imagery, the image I got. And again, just to remind you, as we end your reading, the image that I received from Spirit before we started was it kind of looked like a huge evergreen. And it was completely grown. And in this energy, we're getting a lot of things that are sprouting, that are about to bloom. We're getting a lot of imagery of roots, laying a foundation. So I think that's kind of what the next step is, that this person wants to balance all of that out. And if you are willing to do that as well, I think this is going to be a mutual endeavor. Things are going to be balanced. So that being said, if you resonated with this reading, if this made sense, let me know. Send a like my way. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell button if you want to get notified. I do post a lot of things as well in the posts, and I do send links early of videos, so make sure you take a look at that or keep your eye open on that. That being said, I hope I see you again, and till next time, bye guys. Hello and welcome to your reading, pal 2. So if you chose this, I believe it's a red piece of calcite. And or if you chose the Cozy Witch Tarot, then welcome to your reading. So we are asking, will they reach out? What are their next actions? What does that look like? Regardless of whether or not you're with this person or in some sort of separation. And keep in mind, this is also a timeless reading, so the messages should resonate when you come across it, when you click on the video. So, hoping to get some really good detail. We're going to start with the tarot first, and then we are going to get into some really good oracle to give us some, maybe details on what type of specific actions. Okay, so I'm excited. This is a topic we've done before, and I feel like we haven't done it in a while. So let's cut it one more time. And as we're connecting with the energy, thank you so much for being here today, Pile 2 and Spirit. Thank you so much for being here, of course. As always, Spirit is always here. All right. Will they reach out? The person on Pile 2's mind, Spirit. What could you tell us? Are they going to reach out? What are their next actions toward Pile 2 right now? So we have the Sun coming up in reverse. This is what it looks like upright. It's a really pretty girl with the braids, or woman with braids, holding or being surrounded by sunflowers. Give yourself permission to experience joy. Card number 19. Of course, this is Leo energy in Sun. And it's our first major arcana coming out. Card number 19. Wow. Will they reach out, Spirit? So this also is coming up in reversals. This is 10 of Pentacles. Look at all those black cats. Having that all looks different to everyone. I'm getting the sense that this person is really down in the dumps. I'm wondering if this could have been some sort of ending that has caused some emotional upheaval for this person. Temperance, another major arcana. This is card number 14. And this is Sagittarius energy, more fire energy. It says let go of self-imposed limitations. Are they reaching out? What are their next actions? I'm not seeing any movement yet. I am getting a lot of emotional energy coming toward me. Will they reach out? 6 of Pentacles coming upright. This is a balanced, energetic exchange. You see someone finding coins in a couch cushion. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. The idea of what goes around comes around. Also, karmic ties. You put forth effort. It's kind of like a cause and effect card that I'm getting. The energy that you put in, you will get it back times 2. Okay, that's interesting. Now, is this layout giving me any indication that this person will reach out? I'm not getting that yet. The only thing I am kind of sensing is this person wanting to balance something out. This could be within themselves. It could be toward you. Let's get some clarifiers. The Sun in reverse, Spirit. Why is the person on Pile 2's mind? Will they reach out? The person on Pile 2's mind. What are their next actions toward Pile 2? Why is the Sun here? Okay. The Hierophant coming up in reverse. Let's look at it upright. Interesting depiction of images in this deck. So it says tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. And this is being clarified by the Sun in reverse. I'm really getting the energy that this person may not have offered you a commitment, or there may not have been a solid step in that department. And it's causing a lot of unhappiness at this point within this person. They may have messed up. But let's see. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, Spirit. What is this person's next actions? 8 of Cups in reverse, though. So I don't feel like this person is ready to walk away. If your life feels stale, explore some new scenery. Because it's coming up in reverse, the energy of them, they might be thinking about it. If you and this person ended something, I feel like there's still, like this person is peeking through the door, looking past the threshold. I feel like this person is putting their toe across the line, but they're not fully taking that step away from you. So I do feel like their energy is not wanting to release you. I see them being deep in thought. They might be hermiting. Okay, let's take this upright. Broom. Wow. Getting rid of the old energy. Now this is, if you haven't figured it out, it's card number 13. It's a death card in Scorpio, in the house of Mars. And, the idea of this cozy witch just sweeping up the energy, getting rid of the toxins. It says tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. Now this person, it's coming up next to the 8 of Cups in reverse. Are they making space for you? Or are they, clearing out the toxic energy from the past? That could be what they're currently doing. Tidying things up internally, so to speak. Let's get our last card, and then we're definitely going to have to get some clarifiers, pal, too. So don't worry. We're going to, because right now it's looking like they are kind of just hermiting. 6 of Pentacles. But why is the 6 of Pentacles here, Spirit? This could give us some type of clue. The person on pile 2's mind, will they reach out to pile 2? I just want to see this card in reverse for a second. Look at how beautiful this image is. Good luck charm. Wow. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. If nothing seems to be going your way, cast the spell. All right. I'm getting the energy that this person is not taking action forward. Oh, look at this. 2 of Cups coming in at the bottom of the deck. Some people are like the pumpkin to your spice. That's cute. This could be same sex, but it doesn't have to be. Energy is energy, but just because there's, I believe, the same sex on this card, but everyone has their own person, so it really doesn't matter. All right, so we're looking at, okay, let's backtrack. Let me put this down. So this is card number 10. This is the Wheel of Fortune. It's the good luck charm in this deck. And it's coming up in reverse, which could also represent unfinished business. It's Pisces energy and Neptune, the house of Neptune. And it just feels like this person is nostalgic, still in deep thought over you. But I do feel like they're isolating themselves. And the 2 of Cups, I don't feel like they have let you go emotionally. I do feel like they still really care about you. They may even love you. If you have ended something with this person, let's get into some clarifiers. All right. We're going to start over here. So we have the Sun in reverse coming up with the Hierophant in reverse. The energy that I'm getting from this is whatever this connection may have been or is, it never really got into that stage of really that stable stage of commitment. You might not have had the talk with this person. If you did, things might have went sour. I feel like this is leading this person into a string of, I don't think they realize how, I think if they said that they didn't want commitment, I think they may have said that too quick. They might be regretting that at this point, and that could just be a message for some of you. But I do feel like their energy is coming in strong. They're having a hard time looking at things from a different angle as well. I feel like they're stuck in doing the same things they've always done, and I almost like they're in this cycle. And this may or may not have anything to do with you, but they might be coming across the same energy again with you, where they may not be ready to make that final committed step. And now it's creating a lot of turmoil emotionally because they still care about you. But we're seeing the Sun in reverse. We're seeing the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Now, I wanted to get, before we get into this energy, I want to get some clarifiers. Spirit, will they reach out? What are the next actions? Why is the Hierophant coming in reverse with the Sun in reverse, which is 2 major arcana, by the way? A lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's kind of a big deal, guys. 5 major arcana with some of the really strong minor arcana coming out, like the 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. I feel like this might be a very important, meaningful connection. At least this person feels that way. Yet, it's creating some instability within them right now. It could be because they messed it up. Why is the Sun and Hierophant here in reverse, Spirit? What are their next actions? A lot of reversals. We have the Page of Pentacles. They may have blocked an offer toward you. When life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. They may not have offered you any type of, I don't know, guys. I feel like they may have ghosted too. Some of you, this person really did flub it up. You know, the Page of Pentacles to me feels like blocked energy. This person might be very, I don't want to say immature in their, but they're coming off as a little bit emotionally, unstable, meaning that they might not be comfortable with these strong emotions that they're feeling, which could be the reason why they might have blocked it. But why else is the Sun and the Hierophant? What else? Why is this here? Page of Swords and the Ace of Cups in reverse. Seeking information. You may have said something to them. They may have said something to you about commitment, not wanting a love offer. Ace of Cups coming up in reverse could be something, again, someone withholding a love offer. It might not have been the right time for some of you with this person, or this person may have felt that way. And regardless, though, they're feeling a little bit of regret over it. Is there any? I just want one card, Spirit. Toxic witches, the Devil energy coming up to clarify. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. Whoa. And we have 6 of Pentacles coming up toward the end of your tarot. So this is another major arcana. This is Capricorn energy with the Devil. It's in Saturn again. And notice how 3 people, it's almost like 3 is a crowd. There may have been outside interference. This person may have been dealing with a third party, which may be why they weren't offering you something at the time. Getting the energy that they were not ready to commit to you. That doesn't mean it's not making them sad about it. I feel like they're really sad that they weren't ready. It's almost like they wanted to be ready. They want to be ready, but you can't force it. Which is why I'm getting the energy that they don't want to let you go, yet they don't know how to move forward either. That sounds like it could be frustrating for you, Pile 2. And if you're dealing with someone that is wishy-washy, hot, cold, I know how frustrating that could be. whether this person is meaningful to you or not. But I do think this person is meaningful. We are getting a lot of major arcana. All right. So the next, item up for bids, we have 10 of Pentacles coming up in reverse. This could represent someone that's not seen a clear future in this connection, yet they're not ready to let go of what that future could hold with you. Kind of like a person stuck in limbo. Like they can't really see it, they can't really visualize it, they don't know how to get there. Instead of like point A to point D, they're wondering like, well, what's point B and C? How do I even get there? So I feel like the future to them is very murky. It could feel very overwhelming. I got the energy of them really, having a lot of burdens on their back. I don't know why I'm getting the image of a beetle. That could, I don't know, that could be a synchronicity for some of you. But like the idea of beetles' backs are so strong that this person is dealing with some energy of overwhelm, which could be the reason why they're not allowing themselves to move forward with you. Let's get some clarifiers. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse with the 8 of Cups in reverse, Spirit. What could you tell us? Will they reach out? What are their next actions? What are they up to right now? They don't want to let go, yet they don't really see the future is unclear to them. So what could we expect? Okay, stuck energy, guys. This is Two of Swords. Indecisive. Indecision. They're just not sure. It says, wake up. What is that you truly want? That could be what it is. This is more Capricorn energy as well, guys. With the Devil coming up, Capricorn energy is strong in this reading. But again, you or your person may not be Capricorn. Could be Sun, it could be Moon sign. But Two of Swords, that is a person not moving forward, guys. Okay, so that's kind of the answer. Are they reaching out right now? No. I'm sorry if that's not what you want to hear. But again, they haven't let it go. So their next actions right now is complacency. They're stuck. I feel like they're hermiting. I'm surprised we haven't seen the Hermit yet. I am seeing that very strong. But yeah, this stuck energy, they don't know what their future entails. They don't know if it's with you. I did get the energy of a third party as well. So that could be, and this third party, it could be a person, it could be something else, not necessarily a person. But I think for some of you, I am getting that, and you would know if this is correct or not. Pile 2, if you haven't heard of or don't sense any other third party, then this message isn't for you. But even if they are letting go of past relationship, and could be taking them a while to move on or move past it. I feel like that's where that blocked energy, that indecisive stuck energy is coming up with the Two of Swords. I'm sorry. I thought, I said Capricorn energy. This is the Two of Swords, guys. My bad. This is Libra energy. The scales. Capricorn is just with the Devil, but we're going to get into the more energy as well. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting over here. Bottom of the deck energy, 4 of Cups. Yeah, someone that is ignoring the opportunity. And that could be your cup that they are ignoring, not willing to grasp it. Even though they don't want to let your energy go, that's very frustrating. I know that could be frustrating to hear, but that doesn't mean you have to wait around for this person to figure it out or to heal. Okay, that's not something I would ever advise. So moving on, we have the Temperance and the Broom. Now, this is 2 major arcana. So 14 is Temperance, Sagittarius. This is fire energy and Jupiter. Balance. Look at how chill she is. It's like feels like heaven. Some of you may have green thumbs with all the beautiful plants in the background. Looking out the window, relaxing, taking deep breaths. She has water in one hand, coffee or tea in the other, and the energy of just meditating or being at peace. This is what they are trying to balance. Their emotional turmoil that they're feeling within, guys. And they're trying to sweep up the bad energy as well with the broom. They're trying to release old energy. This could be the third party that they're trying to just sweep up. And again, you can't really sweep up the past that fast. You know, there is a process, there is a healing. This person may have tried to do it so quickly and it backfired, which is why they are now in stuck energy when it comes to you. But let's see. Spirit, why is the Temperance and the Broom here? Will they reach out? What are their next actions? Their next actions, pile two's person. Look at the Chariot. I feel like this is, you know, the idea of once they figure it out, that's when they're going to want to move forward. Once they balance and get rid of the old, that's when they might be able to see their future, what lies ahead on their bike path. Look at the flowers on the bike wheels. There's a snail that could represent the pacing, even though the Chariot is very swift action. It's Cancer. It's also in Moon. I feel like the energy of this person is still going to pace this very slow, just with the snail showing up. Like, don't expect this to happen right away. This might not be for a while. If they decide this Chariot energy could be moving toward something else in their life. Let's get some clarifiers. What is this Chariot energy? Would this be toward pile 2, or would this energy be this person moving on from their past? What is this? Could you tell us, Spirit? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So the idea of they're moving on, they want to move on. It's going slow for them, but they're not really ready to make any offers or take any opportunities. They might be seeing you as an opportunity. It says, wow, what an abundant opportunity. But it's in reverse. So they might be seeing this opportunity, but they're not ready to move toward that yet. They could just be ready to move away from something in their past. But again, you know, I want to emphasize that they still haven't let go of your energy. And we're going to get into the oracles. We're going to get some more details of if they did come forward in the future, when would that be? But I am going to say right now, the current energy is looking like no. They are kind of in their hermit. I feel like they are isolating. They are trying to gain strength within. I feel like they really are releasing some old toxic energy. Could be their old connection with someone. I'm getting the energy for a lot of you. Okay. But again, you know your person the best. If you know that there is no one else that they're dealing with or have dealt with, that they are releasing or healing from, this could just be them not thinking it's the right time with you. All right, Six of Pentacles, Spirit. And then we have the good luck charm, which is Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I'm also getting the message that this person may have been ignoring that opportunity. You know, they may see you as someone that their angels sent you in their path for some reason. And they're feeling like, why would my angels send pile 2 now? Because I'm not ready right now. I have to, something like that. I'm getting the energy of like them feeling frustrated as well, that it's not the right time. And that could be why they're still thinking about you. You're still in their energy field, but it's feeling murky. It's feeling cloudy. They don't really have a good grasp on what judgment call to make, which is probably why they're indecisive and stuck a little bit. But let's get some energy, or I'm sorry, some clarifiers or some more insights with this energy. So we have Six of Pentacles. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. But yet we have the good luck charm. So it's almost like they were given a blessing that could represent your energy, and they may not have matched that energy. Almost like what was sent to them, they ignored or they didn't value at the time. And again, I wouldn't hold it against them, just because I feel like they are healing from something, a past energy. Sometimes it's just not the right time, pal, too. You can't force it on someone, and that doesn't mean they're a bad person. It might be very triggering for you, and I get that. I definitely get that, guys. Trust me. All right. Why is this energy here, Spirit? What are their next actions? What are their next actions toward Paltu? Strength. They're building strength. There's so many major arcanas, by the way, guys. This is card number 8. It's Leo. Hunk in the as confirmation in the background. And and it's Sun. With the strength card, a lot of some Leo energies coming up at the beginning and at the end. One of you might be fire sign. Leo could be present. That could also just be the energy of passion within this, connection. Some of you may have really felt connected with this person right out the gate. Sometimes it's hard to miss when there is a divine spark between you and another person. I don't think this person has missed it either. I do feel like they feel it, which is why they might be feeling really complicated inside right now, especially if they are trying to move on from something in their past. And that could really cause some stuck energy, guys, okay? So let's get one more card. What is this? Six of Pentacles. What balance? Ace of Swords. Clarity. They're trying to figure out when might be the good time when it comes to you, potentially. Look at how small this sword is. It's almost like a pin. Someone's sewing. It could feel like one of those little pins. Needles, almost. What does it say? Look at you. You're bursting with sparkly new ideas. This person's energy could be very the opposite of that. They could feel very dull. They could be kind of down in the dumps. The sun energy is coming up in reverse. They could feel very unhappy right now in their current, whether this is, mental health, like something serious. It could be something like that. But I'm getting more of the energy. This person is just going through a funk. They're trying to get rid of some past, right? Nine of Pentacles. They're alone right now. They're trying to figure out their own strength, their own happiness. Pause and savor the results of your success. If they ended something with someone third party, they might need time, guys, to heal, to be on their own, to enjoy, nature. I feel like they might be really like stargazing, enjoying nature in some way, and that feels very alone. Yet you haven't left their mind. So let's get into some oracle, guys. I'm excited to see what the detail is, because right now they're not reaching out. I don't think they are ready. I feel like they are in the thick of healing something. Now, could be healing something with you, but I think the majority of you, I am getting a third party. They're healing something else from their past. But again, it could be either or. So we're going to get into the angel or answers, which I do feel Spirit could really give us some poignant details we need to know about. If there's anything we could see. I mean, the current energy, this person is not taking action. What could we expect, though, in the future, Spirit? Is there anything we could expect? Any advice for pile 2 as well? Will this person ever reach out? What are their next actions toward pile 2 after this phase Yes, coming up in reverse. And I'm not going to forget about that, but I do want to make sure I get the right messages. So, Spirit, after, what are they planning in the future? What could you tell us? What details? Time card. Within the next few weeks. Interesting. Are they coming forward? Any action? Look for a sign. This could be their energy of maybe wanting to switch it up. They might need some time. I'm still getting that snail energy. They might be really looking for signs, intuitive hits. They may not know when the right time is, when that yes happens. But big happy changes. I can't ignore this sun card, even though it's in reverse. Some readers don't even take reversals. You don't need to. So even if the sun came up upright, we would still be able to determine that this person is not feeling good right now about the current status. But I do feel like this is what they are trying to, change. I feel like this is what is going to be growing within them. Excited for something new, excited for change. And that could be with you. That could be where the yes is in reverse. That could be them really seeing that cup and not ignoring it, wanting and feeling they want this opportunity as opposed to shoving it down, knowing what their future could hold as opposed to it being so dark, like the future being dark and murky. It's almost like this person's mindset is going to be shifting. Okay. Get more information. This could also represent the Ace of Swords coming up in reverse. Something about them needing to really feel, I feel like they're coming from a logical place. They really want to take some good aligned action, I'm getting, but I feel like the information that they're seeking is some of it is coming from their past. I'm going to be honest, guys. I do feel like they are trying to balance energies. They are trying to open up their heart chakra again as well. They may not be ready at this time though. Okay. Let's get into our Moonology. This could give us some more time. Now, within the next few weeks, I don't want to give you false hope, but this is their next actions. Within the next few weeks, that could just be them shifting their own energy. That doesn't mean they're going to come towards you. I still feel like this person, you might not hear for them, but I could be wrong. Let's get some more details. Because I feel like currently their energy is really down in the dumps. So first they have to get out of that energy. But I do feel like you've been in the back of their mind. You're in their subconscious. If you haven't really left their thoughts. They might be wondering if they will hear from you. I'm getting the message for some of you. You might be initiating. But I'm going to be honest, if that's what you're doing, they're not ready. You might be sensing their hesitation. You might be feeling some stuck energy within them. This is why I feel like they're releasing something in their past. Even if they haven't, here's the thing, guys, even if they haven't been with this person or this third party, if it is a person for a while, some people are slower to release and heal than others. So this person can now be really, since you came along, this person could now be really thinking like, man, I gotta heal because now pile 2 is here, which could potentially be 2 of Cups energy. I remember the 2 of Cups coming up at the bottom, and I'm not ready. So they could be freaking out about that too. Like, dang, I really got to step it up and heal because Spirit is sending me pile 2, and I'm not ready yet. You know, like they could really be feeling anxious about that. Okay. Sorry, that was a message for some of you. So, Moonology, Spirit, what else could we learn? What are their next actions? Any time frame? Anything we could learn? Next actions? Will they reach out eventually? 3, 4, we got a lot. First quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. Is this person worth it? That could be, you know, Spirit. This person is like, will pile 2 wait around for me? That could be it too. First quarter is usually going to be at the beginning of the month. This year, 2025, I'm getting the sense that I feel like it's aligning with the month toward the beginning of the month. And again, first quarter moon comes in before the full moon. So a beginning of a month. Then we have new moon. This is toward the end of a new romantic cycle begins. New moon. If I'm thinking of our, you know, of the calendar, of the Western calendar that we use, new moons are going to come toward the end of the month, almost like the end of a cycle. Whereas this is saying a new romantic cycle begins. We're also getting Libra energy. Libra. What month is Libra? I feel like this is fall. So, you know, time sensitive. This could be happening in the fall. You might be coming across this in the fall. This could be toward the end of the month or just in a new moon energy in general. A new romantic cycle begins. It could, you know, this person might not be ready for a while. But I do feel like eventually they will, you know, be ready. That's up to you though if you wait around. I don't know what this connection is. I am sensing it's very strong though. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to make you believe this connection is something that it's not. So please use discernment. But I think for the majority of you, you know that this is a pretty strong connection, or else I don't think you would be wasting your time on this, especially if this person isn't moving forward or towards you right now. We're also getting a new start is coming. So we're getting a lot of like cards in the Moonology where something new is coming along. New moon. We got 2 new moons, and it's not even giving us a month. It's just new moon. So this could be around new moon energy. It could also just represent a fresh start with this person eventually. Let's see what else we got. We got you and your loved ones are safe. New moon again. New moon. Whoa, guys. Now, Cancer energy is coming up. Time sensitive. This is around June, July, right before Leo season. So this could be summer. Scorpio, I believe this is a water sign, Scorpio. A lot of people in my life are Scorpios. So I want to say fall, November for sure. October, November. So I'm getting fall energy or summer. Either way, we have 4 new moons. So there will be, this person hasn't let you go either, guys. So, you know, again, I don't want to give any false hope for anyone, but so we're going to get into your advice now. So, Spirit, what advice could we give? So, I think pile 2 overall, you know, there could for sure, there's potential for a new beginning, a new start with this person eventually. Potentially, but that doesn't mean you will be waiting around for this person. I will tell you though, the current energy, this person is not ready. They are stuck. You might be feeling this person is resisting, especially if you are initiating. If you're sensing that, it's up to you if you want to kind of back off a little bit. give this person space. They may come around a little bit faster if they're able to get that space. Who knows? Because I do feel like the Chariot coming up, eventually they will, that's the thing. That is their current goal. They want to move on from whatever has been keeping them stuck in their present. They want to move on from that past energy. Like legit, they really want to clean house. They really want to do their spring cleaning, so to speak, and clear out past energy. They may not know how to do that, which is why it might be taking a while. And I do feel like they're not ready to look into the future. They're not. I feel like that's where their indecision is, that they just are not feeling it ready yet. Okay. But that doesn't mean they don't see your value. That doesn't mean they wouldn't want something in the future with you. Right now, though, I am sensing independent energy with the Nine of Pentacles. So that was my little summary. And again, pile 2, if you are ready for committed specials, someone specials, I would say keep your options open. And again, that's never a good idea to wait around. Or try to control or force a positive outcome. This person might not be ready for that. Okay, Spirit, what is our advice? For pile 2. Okay, perfect. Bottom of the deck, friendship and union. If you are okay with just building that friendship with this person, that's up to you. I don't think they're ready for anything romantic. Ease and grace, ask and receive. Wow. Getting the energy that Spirit is coming in to say that whatever is coming toward you should feel ease and grace, peace, balance. If you're not sensing that energy with this person, then it's not the right time. You might be ready for someone new, something new might be coming toward you. Ask and you shall receive. It might be something that you are not expecting. I also am getting with the friendship and union card that this could just be guidance for you, inner union, feeling at peace with how something is unfolding, how the situation is unfolding, not trying to control outcome. Especially if you're sensing this person is in stuck energy, that could be really hard to see, especially if emotions are involved, especially if this person isn't completely, setting boundaries and they're giving you a little bit. They're like dangling a carrot, but they're not completely telling you what's going on. You might be stuck too. But again, I feel like you already know that this person is in that stuck energy, and this is just a confirmation for you to kind of move on a little bit from this person. Now, it's up to you if you want to kind of continue that conversation, if you are talking to this person, and to just, but I don't think you're going to get more than that, is my point. Okay. And that could, for some of you, might feel like you're being strung along. But if you're making a conscious decision to be a part of that, that is up to you. I feel like that's where the energy is of someone not wanting to let go. So, again, that if that is not what you're looking for, if you're looking for someone that is going to be offering you a committed relationship, this is not happening with this person right now. So I don't want you to get the wrong idea. Now, it's up to you if you want to continue communicating with this person. I think you already are getting the feeling that they are not offering you what you want. If it was me, I'm going to be honest, my advice would be to leave this alone. Let this person figure things out. If it's meant to be, this person will come back around. If it's not meant to be, then you'll know your answer. Because I really do feel like you need to lead in your own path, and maybe ask for guidance too from your own spirit team on what your next step should be. But I feel like the answer is find peace, maybe reconnect with your own friends, find that energy on your own first, because, this person at this time is not there or meeting you where you want them to meet you right now. Okay. All right. Pile 2, this is where we are going to leave your reading. I hope you're okay. I hope these messages received you well. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. I really do wish you the best on this journey, and I hope to see you again sometime. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome to your reading, Pile 3. So if you chose this piece of obsidian, and or if you chose that every little thing you do is magic tarot deck, then welcome. So we are asking the person currently on your mind, will they reach out? What are their next actions? Are they planning on reaching out to you? Regardless of your connection, whether you're in separation or not, could also just be a crush, Will this person reach out to you? So again, regardless of the connection, let's give it one more shuffle. We're just tuning into the action steps of this person. Okay, so let's do that one more time as well. All right. Thank you so much for being here today, Pile 3. So I'm actually really excited to see what comes out for you. So we are asking, Spirit, thank you so much for being here. For Pile 3's energy. Ooh. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. We're not going to take it because I'm not ready yet, but I am noting it. So I will admit that all the decks I'm using for this reading today are really big, and this is no different. So bear with me, Pile 3. All right, Spirit. So let's get it. The person on Pile 3's mind, will they reach out to Pile 3? What are they planning next for Pile 3? What is that? Okay, so we have the Empress coming up, which is a major arcana, card number 3. Venus energy. The house of Venus, but it is Taurus, earth sign. I want to say those are 2 beavers. Beavers are so intelligent. They're like the engineers of the world in the animal kingdom, I should say. So interesting way this energy is represented, the Empress. But wow, will they reach out? They want to manufacture something with you. All right. What else, Spirit? We're going to get 4. Then we're going to get some clarifiers. 6 of Swords. They're card number 55. 6 of Swords. They are walking away from something. They're moving on from something. Wondering if it's moving on from you or from something else. We'll figure it out. Spirit, how does this person on Pile 3's mind, will they reach out to Pile 3? So we have the 4 of Swords in reverse. Someone hibernating. Someone in deep reflection. Look at how this looks like a curvy. The image came to mind, a pinwheel, but I'm also thinking of like a corkscrew. But it's in reverse. So this person, we are getting a lot of air energy. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Let's get our last card. I am getting the energy that this person and you may have really stopped communicating. There might be some sort of end to that though. And now we're getting the Nine of Swords in reverse. More air signs. And Nine of Swords specifically is Gemini. But we have all air signs. Okay, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Wow. Represented here. This person is really stuck in their head about you. They are trying to leave something behind. They might be trying to leave you behind. I do know that it is self-imposed at this point. They are trying to get out of it. They are trying to move on. They are trying to get the strength, but they do view you as the Empress. The Empress energy is such a beautiful energy. So they are definitely putting you in such high regards. Eight of Cups coming upright. Fell sideways and I always take it upright. So look at how this is represented. Stack of envelopes, mail. Card number 43, it says. And look at these eyes. Crying. If you notice the teardrops. So there may have been some sort of communication. It was either on you that ended things. This person may have ended things. It could have been mutual. Could have been over text. Someone walked away. And I feel like that is what the current energy is right now. Someone is really deep in their thoughts over it. Why is the Six of Swords here? Wow, the Hermit in reverse. Yeah. Someone is very, I feel, excessively deep in their isolation. They might be really isolating from friends and family, this person on your mind. Their actions right now are not moving forward. They are trying to move on, but this is not easy for them. They are really having a difficult time. They're really going through it. Why is the Four of Swords here in reverse? Two of Swords. No, Two of Wands. Making a decision. This is the Taj Mahal, I think. Or some sort of beautiful temple or castle. Two of Wands energy, that is a little bit of fire energy. I believe it's Aries. And you see, the moon. Looks like a full moon in the daylight. You see mountains in the background. A little bit of a cloudy sky, but then above it, it is clear blue. So I feel this person is starting to try to figure out what they want to do, where they want to go next, what action they want to take. They may see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I think right now they are really in the thick of their thoughts. There's a lot of air energy surrounding them. I do feel like these thoughts will relinquish is the word that came up. Will move on and show a beautiful blue sky eventually. And I think this is going to be, this may not have anything to do with you though. I feel like this person is trying to move on. And you could be doing the same. Pile 3, I do feel that. A little bit of mutual energy on this. Two of Pentacles, another 2. Coming up in reverse. This person might be very imbalanced right now. We have the turtle energy coming up. And look at the tumultuous waves in the background. We also see an infinity sign. And I believe looks like pentacles, has flowers on them. And it just fills the energy of this, someone being a little trapped. It's feeling a little bit of trapped energy. Someone that has been swept up in a loop, in a cycle, in a pattern. They may really feel imbalanced right now. Emotional storm I'm getting. A lot of challenges I feel like they're going through. If I'm looking at the energy in the backs of these cards, it just feels very unsteady, unsure, uncomfortable. All right. Wow, I forgot to look at the bottom of the deck energy, but here High Priestess is. So let's go through it real quick. Wow. So the first thing we see is the Empress and the Eight of Cups. I'm getting the energy with this two cards is they do have nostalgic feelings toward you. I do feel like they are still reflective of those good times as they are trying to release this energy. I believe they are walking away. And I do believe that they are very sad about it. I'm not going to lie. The energy I'm feeling is very difficult, challenging. Like they're crying. They're going through an emotional upheaval. It's feeling like a windmill. Look at this windmill in the background. It looks like a windmill. I'm not sure. Switzerland, not Switzerland. Amsterdam might mean something for some of you. Even the beavers kind of taking their moment of rest. I really do feel like maybe they see you as someone that wasn't wanting to put up with their energy. And so now they feel like they have to walk away. Could be something like that as well, pile 3. But I think for a lot of you, this might be mutual. Will they reach out? I don't think so. But let's make sure. Spirit, why is the Empress and the Eight of Cups here? Anything else you could tell us about that energy? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The realization that whatever was blossoming wasn't growing as it should. Something ended within this connection that at one time may have really felt promising. There may have been a lot of potential with this connection that this person felt as well. So I feel like it's feeling like a disappointment, like what they were feeling they wanted to see grow just didn't grow, even though I'm getting the sense that they feel like they did try to water this connection in some way. They may felt that they haven't been receiving the energy from you. Take that as it resonates though, guys. Roles could be reversed. It could be them not giving reciprocating your energy. Either way, it does feel like a little bit of a wrong turn that this connection went in. Whatever that reasoning was. All right, now we have the Six of Swords and the Hermit in reverse. To me, I'm getting the energy of this person building or trying to gain some wisdom. They are walking away. They are trying to leave things behind them and gain some sort of clarity. They might be isolating from friends and family. I do feel like they are really in their head about you. So I do feel like this might have been recent for a lot of you. Why is the Six of Swords and Hermit? Ace of Wands. Wow. They may really still feel that passion and that passionate spark between the both of you. That could be why it's so difficult to walk away. Fire energy. You guys could have really had that type of connection. It might not have been deeper than that. The Hanged One. Wow. So this is card number 12. This is a major arcana. This could also represent this person being stuck on wanting a new, fresh start somewhere else. They want to move on and go towards something new. They may have a creative endeavor that they are beginning. But with the Hangman being in reverse, I feel like their energy is that they are only having one perspective on things when it comes to you. I don't feel like their energy is shifting out of that. So whatever they are feeling or thinking at this time, and if that means that they want to walk away, I don't see them changing their mind. I'm sorry if that's not what you want to hear, but this is the energy that I'm seeing. With the Ace of Wands coming up, I'm getting the energy that that is kind of what they want to head toward. And I am also getting, for some of you, that could have been what they felt with you as well, that they're leaving behind. They may be stuck in that energy. It could be one of the reasons why it's very difficult for them to let you go and to release you, even though that's what they're trying to do. Because I do feel like they're having a very difficult time. They are really going through it. They're really sad. The energy I'm getting is anxious, confused. Okay. So we got the Four of Swords in reverse and the Two of Wands. I'm getting the energy that they are trying to make way for a better future. They're trying to envision some type of happy outcome. I don't feel, it may not have anything to do with you. I'm not getting that energy, but that's why we're going to get some clarifiers. I feel like they're in deep thought. They might be deep in isolation as well. One of the things that they are thinking about is which direction they're going to go toward. And I feel like they're envisioning, a peaceful place. They may want to take a vacation. I'm getting the energy from the Two of Wands as well, that they may want to go home, visit family, spend some alone time and rest. But I do feel like they're envisioning, they could be wanting to move. This could have to do with the different location as well. All right, let's get some clarifiers. Why is the Four of Swords in reverse with the Two of Wands? What is their next action? Will they reach out? What is their next action toward pile 3? So, could you tell us? What's a clarifier for this? 9 of Wands. Oh my goodness. I feel like you and this person may have gone through a lot of challenges. This person feels very prickly right now. It's being represented by a porcupine. And the idea that this person may have been pricked too many times and is just trying to gain some strength to move forward on their own, potentially. Let's get another clarifier for this. 8 of Pentacles. They want to work hard towards something. Is it toward you? What is this about? What are their next actions toward pile 3? Is a 8 of Pentacles, I know. Is this toward pile 3 or away from pile 3? This is way too many cards. Oracle of Cups. And then we have the Justice. Interesting. But this is way too many cards, and I want to just get one clarifier. Is this toward? 7 of Wands. Cutting ties. This looked like it wanted to come up in reverse, but it doesn't matter. I feel like this energy is setting boundaries. Could be cutting cords. They want to work toward gaining a new perspective on their future is the energy I'm getting. Okay, guys? It says card number 28. Kind of like this is the direction they are guided in. And they're trying to see clearly. Now, we also have the 9 of Swords coming up in reverse with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. The idea of someone just so unclear, imbalanced, just feeling a storm of emotions that they cannot get out of their own way. It feels excessive. It feels like they are really trapped right now. So, and again, will they reach out? It feels like a lot of stuck energy, but what's the next? Champion of Swords. And, again, this is the Knight of Swords. And this feels like someone wanting to gain clarity and intelligence. This could be the king, though. I'll have to check. But either way, someone that's wanting to be coming from a logical place, moving toward clarity, swift action, the devil, facing their shadows, releasing old, toxic, becoming more aware of their own toxic and bad behavior. If they had to reflect on that, it takes two to tango. They are seeing how they're at fault as well. But I do feel like that's the energy, is they are walking away and trying to figure out their own toxic energy within whatever happened in this connection, guys. Okay, bottom of the deck, the lovers. This could also represent a decision, but you guys could have had a really strong connection at one point. It might feel like stuck energy. It might be very difficult to release. If this was, even, whether this was considered a karmic connection or not, karmic relationships could be very meaningful and long, even though it's not the one for you. Or, you know what I mean? You might have learned some really big lessons from this one. Let's get one more energy for the devil and the champion of swords spirit. The hope. Wow. Three of swords, a breakup. Oh my goodness, guys. I want to, I'll be right back. I need to get the book. I want to see if champion, sorry guys. I want to see, I want to make sure is champion the king or the knight. Hang on one second. All right, well, I was totally off because this is the page. The champion of swords is a page. So this is the page of swords. So this is the youngest out of the court cards. So a lot of ways, I feel like this person has a lot to learn. They might be a little, immature when it comes to this type of connection. So, are they coming toward you? I'm not seeing that in the tarot. But let's get into the oracle. I really want to see if there's any details that Spirit could tell us. And thank you for being patient. This obviously is the first time I'm using this deck, and it's such a beautiful, interesting deck. I'm looking at two eyes. I feel like this person is having a hard time letting you go. Their eyes are still on you. I don't think there's any evil eye intended. I feel like this person does see you as, what could have been a wish fulfillment, but things just didn't pan out the way they envisioned for whatever reason. And they feel like they have to walk away. And of course, with the Three of Swords coming up as the final bottom of the deck energy, I feel like this may have been a mutual ending. Okay, but let's see. What are their next actions, Spirit? What could you tell us? Will they reach out to pile 3? This person on pile 3's mind, this connection, this person. What are their next actions toward pile 3? Is there any detail or anything that this person, you need us to know about this person's next actions? Whether it's, okay, I think we better answer. Perfect timing. But what's really drawing my attention is unlikely, recovery, and a year from now. Now, here's what I'm getting, and I think this should resonate at this point. This feels like a breakup. I feel like this person is unlikely to take action in your direction. They are going through their own healing, and it is difficult, dude. Let me tell you. The energy, they are in their head. If you're dealing with the same thing, know that they are dealing with it too. But you might be already more healed. You might be, I don't know. We're gonna get some advice at the end, but I'm not sure where you are at in this healing phase. But I will tell you, this person right now, it feels very beginner. It feels like beginning energy. Like this happened very recently. But again, this could be because this person was pushing off healing and now it's finally rushing in. So really it depends on your connection. Now we also got a year from now. This could be like a message from spirit. Like you might not even hear from this person. Maybe a year from now you might check in. They may check in, but I think for the most part I feel like this energy is leaving you. And as far as perfect timing, this feels new. This could be what this person is wanting in their own life, but I also feel like no, coming in as well. I also feel like this is them, you know, wanting that, but I also feel like this is a message from spirit for you that there's other opportunities. There's going to be perfect timing for you with the right person. Okay, let's get into Moonology. So I'm going to be honest, Pal 3, this person is not reaching out to you. Now, we don't have to look at the Moonology. I was using it for extra details on forward action or next action. I already know that this person doesn't seem to be considering it, and you might feel the same. It feels mutual. And I feel like that's just the current energy as well. This person could feel differently in a month from now, but in a year from now, seems like more of the energy of this might take a long time to heal for this person too. Okay, Spirit, anything you could tell us about this person's next actions, whether it's with Pile 3 or away from Pile 3? Anything that you could tell us about Pile 3's person on their mind? What is their next actions? Okay. Meditate and contemplate. Yeah, I could see that. If someone's healing, that could just be the energy of being alone and isolating. I'm getting, look at these two fishes. New moon in Pisces. Hi, baby. Oh, it's dinner time. Mooney's reminding me. Hi, baby. I don't want to rush. Ooh, we've been at this for a little bit. So I may have to pause. Let me just pause real quick and feed them. I'll feel a lot better. Hang on, guys. All right, I'm back. Thank you for being patient. I didn't want to rush or be distracted by the babies, my two cats. So thank you for understanding. So to get back into the energy, we left off with talking about meditate and contemplate. And I also see new moon in Pisces. And Pisces energy is, I believe this is also a water sign, but this feels like next year as well, like almost a year from now type of energy, time sensitive, because I believe Pisces is around winter or the end of winter. Okay, so then we also have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. We also have the scales. Giving that energy that both of you are going to be all right. Both of you are going to end up in better places, whether that's with each other a year from now or in the future, in the far future, or if this is with someone else or alone, away from this person. Regardless, I feel like there's going to be a winning outcome that each of you are going to have. And I believe this is what this person also is, because I don't think they have any ill will against you. The energy I'm picking up on is they respect you. That's why it might be so challenging for them to walk away. Like, I'm getting very addictive energy, obsessive energy when it comes to you. But again, I do not see them taking any action anytime soon. Okay. So I don't want to mislead you, but this person is having a very challenging time. So just keep that in mind. Okay, now I just realized too, because I just saw the Apprentice of Cups and I just pressed pause real quick to check. So the champion is the knight. And sorry for the confusion. This is a really cool deck though. But sometimes, the naming of it, it's like if you forget about it. But I guess I didn't see the Apprentice, so that really does make sense that that's a page. So with the Knight of Swords, like headed towards some clarity is kind of the energy that we were getting anyway. So communication is key. I wonder if you and this person still have to communicate and finalize things. That could be for some of you, but I do feel like there may, I'm getting for a lot of you, there may have been some final communication just from the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups looks like someone walking away, but earlier we were getting, messages going back and forth that was leading to some sort of ending of walking away type of energy. And that could be where the communication is key. They may regret what they said. They may really want to, they may feel like they weren't as clear as they could have been. Either way, I don't see them coming toward you with communication, so I don't want to say that's what it is. If you are still communicating with this person, though, that could be the energy of them really wanting to be precise with how they end things when it comes to you in this connection. Now, we're also getting new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. This person might want to spend more time with family once they get out of their hermit energy, because I do feel like they're isolating. I do feel like they are really stuck in their energy over you. They really are feeling challenge in their thoughts. So I feel like once they're out of that stage, they might still even be in that stage, but I feel like their next action is to be more so with their friends, with their family, healing, trying to heal, trying to move on, trying to figure out what's going to fulfill them. This is Aquarius energy, the star. What fresh start, where could they put a fresh start in? They are receiving a lot of new moon energy, which feels like a fresh start. We got Gemini, and that's where we're in now. That's the current sign, time sensitive. We are in Gemini season. And then we have Cancer, which is the next season in summer. And then we have Pisces, which is further, next year. So it's almost like a time frame of this person just going through their own journey. Okay. Now let's get some advice for you, Pal 3. I hope you're okay receiving these messages. If this resonates, let's see what Spirit has for you with the angel guide messages. What are your angels and your guides want to tell you? You could be, your energy could be different than this. This is where this person is at. But, as far as your healing journey after this breakup, depending on where your focus is, I'm getting for most of you, you guys are not really focused on this person. it's almost like the opposite of this person. This person is hyper focused on you, which is difficult for them in their healing of letting you go and releasing this. You might be in the opposite. Your healing might be a little bit more at ease, but it might not be for everyone. Some of you also might be going through a very difficult, challenging time right now. So I don't want to minimize anyone that's going through some pain right now. So again, that message might have only been for a few of you. Let's get your angel guided message. What is advice? What messages do we have to hear? Self-acceptance. Oh, this is so beautiful. Just loving your authentic self, your body, your soul, your beauty, every imperfection you might have, just accepting it for what it is and what it could do, how it could help you. For example, like if you're trying to get fit, lose weight, still appreciating your body, that it could get you from point A to point B, still appreciating that you are able to walk, to move, to talk, to do everything that your body allows you to do. As an example, like to just completely 100% self-accept. So if you're having some self-doubt, having some confidence issues, worth issues after this ending, Spirit is saying it's really important for you to just remember to accept yourself authentically 100%. Because you're amazing. Pile 3. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy. Divine timing. I feel like we got this before. Oh, perfect timing. Don't give up on your future. This star card could also be, even though this didn't pan out the way each of you wanted it to, or each of you were hoping, whether that's you, them, or both of you, what you thought was blossoming did not end up the way you thought it might. The idea of, perfect timing, divine timing, this could come around again. I'm not saying it can't. You never know with energy. A year from now, really what could be a sign that this might take a while. Right now, it's a no. But, and take that as it resonates. A year could be a very long time. And if some of you are like, I ain't waiting around for a year, I get it. And then this is not your person. So there might be someone in your future, and it could all relate to the divine timing. Sometimes you have to go through it in order to get something better, or to release something in your past in order to make space for something new. So take that as it resonates. Wow, this comes out a lot. And there's a lot of cards in this deck that we haven't seen yet. But ease and grace, this is, I think, a message for the collective. For a while now, I've been getting this card. The idea of living your life with non-resistance, letting life unfold the way it's supposed to, with ease and grace. That might mean you have to ground yourself if you are in that energy of trying to control, grounding yourself, letting this unfold the way it's supposed to. And if that means this person is walking away permanently, you allow it. Allow them with ease and grace. Allow them to leave. Again, if you resist that, then there's going to be a tower moment in your future. This person might not be the right person for you, or at least it's not the right timing. Take that as it fits. But inner child healing, wow. It's like a kangaroo, like the baby is in the kangaroo pocket. I don't know. That's an image I'm getting. But it's your own baby. If you know what I mean by that, like your inner child healing. Think of patterns, cycles you might have been stuck in. This person, like I said earlier, could have really taught you a lot. Don't ignore those lessons. It might be why it is so difficult and challenging to leave this in the past. But I feel like you know it's time. I feel like you know it's perfect timing. Everything unfolded. Like if you take a moment to think about how this all, unraveled, you might really recognize that, wow, this was supposed to happen exactly the way that it's happening. As painful as it might be for some of you. Okay. And I'm sorry if you're going through it. It's not easy to go through a breakup or to accept and not resist an ending, especially if you are still feeling emotion. We are not kind of tuning into your emotions in this. So I have no idea how you're feeling about this person, but I really do send you the best positive healing vibes. Pile 3, I hope you are, you know, using this time to really, get more conscious and aware and being your higher, more divine being. And I do hope and wish you peace on this journey, on this healing journey. Whoa, pile 3. Man, if you resonated, let me know. And hopefully I will see you again soon. And I, again, I hope you are doing great. Honestly, I hope the best for you. Bye, guys.